2026. That's not the whole story. Is the M4 MacBook Air better? So, M1 MacBook Pro versus M4 MacBook Air. Which one actually makes sense in 2026? So, this is a comparison I see all the time. People ask, do I keep my older MacBook Pro or do I switch to a newer MacBook Air? Because on paper, this feels obvious. Newer chip, newer design, better efficiency, right? But in real life, it's actually not that simple at all. And if you make this decision the wrong way, you either waste money or downgrade without realizing it. So let's talk about it. So a lot of people are still using the M1 MacBook Pro every single day. Not because they're behind, but because it still works. It's reliable, it's stable, it handles real workloads without drama. So the real question isn't, is the M4 MacBook Air better? The real question is, does it actually make sense to switch for how you use your laptop? Because newer doesn't automatically mean better for you. Most people make this decision emotionally. They see new design, new chip, better efficiency claims, and they assume, well, it must be an upgrade. But laptops aren't phones, right? You don't feel incremental gains the same way like the phones do. What you do feel is heat, noise, weight, battery, anxiety, performance under pressure. That's basically what we're comparing here. So let's talk about performance the way it actually shows up. For everyday work, like email, browsing, writing, creative tools, like editing, the M4 MacBook Air feels quicker. App launches feel snappy. UI responsiveness feels tight. So it feels modern, right? But that's not the whole story. When you move into sustained work, like long exports, heavy timelines, constant CPU load, the MacBook Pro still has an advantage in this field. And the reason is simple. That fan exists for a reason. It allows the Pro to hold performance longer without throttling. So if your work looks like you have long video exports, heavy creative sessions, repeated high-load tasks, then the Pro doesn't feel old. It feels consistent. So this is where people get confused. Burst performance, such as quick edits, short exports, switching between apps. That's where the Air shines. Now for sustained performance, long sessions, heat buildup, repeated heavy tasks, that's where the Pro earns its name. Neither is better. They're just optimized differently. Now let's talk about daily life, right? Because this is where the Air quietly wins. It's lighter, it's thinner, and it's completely silent. If you travel, work remotely, or move around a lot, you feel that immediately. You don't think about fan noise, heat on your laptop, weight on your bag. The laptop just disappears, right? And that matters more than people admit. Once you get used to a silent laptop, it's surprisingly hard to go back. Not because fans are loud, but because silence removes friction. You focus longer, you notice less, it feels calmer. That's not a spec, that's an experience. Both of these machines have good battery life, by the way, but they behave differently. The Air feels more efficient for mixed use, like browsing, writing, creative tools, meetings, especially. The Pro is still solid, but under load, you'll see faster drain. If you're often away from outlets, this difference matters actually. This is where some people regret switching. The Pro gives you more flexibility, like better sustained external display handling, a more plugged-in workstation feel. If your desk setup matters more than portability, this weighs heavily in the decision. The Air can handle a lot, but it's not trying to replace a workstation. So here's my honest breakdown. You should consider switching to the M4 MacBook Air if your work is mostly creative, business, especially lots of entrepreneurs, or productivity. You value portability, you want silent operation, you move around a lot, you're okay trading sustained power for convenience. So basically, if you're, especially in the online field right now, in your managing and stuff, the Air is really, really great. You should probably keep your M1 MacBook Pro or even M2, M3 if your current machine already does everything you need. You rely on sustained performance, like video editing or other tasks. You use external displays heavily. You don't care about shaving weight or silence, do you? There's no urgency to upgrade just because it's newer. In 2026, price changes everything. If you're selling your Pro and buying an Air at a discount or refurbished price, then the math might make sense. But if you're paying full price just to say you upgraded, it probably doesn't. This is a value decision, not a flex. So this comparison really comes down to how you work, not what's newer. Not what looks better on a spec sheet, not what reviewers hyped at launch, just what fits your day in your use case. The Air is about freedom. The Pro is about consistency. Neither choice is wrong, but the wrong reason will make it feel wrong, basically. So comment Air or Pro in the comments down below and tell me what you actually use your laptop for, and I'll tell you which one I'd pick in for your situation and why, basically. Alright, so that's it for this video. Don't forget to smash the like button, and if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to the channel. And I'm going to see you on the next video.